underground in this place, especially this town.
Okay.
From all information, they say mineral occurs here. So we are coming here now to clear people's doubts whether there's mineral here or not. That's what we are here for, to explore, take it to our lab for chemical analysis. As you can see that we are coring.
Okay.
We are giving out the causes because that's the primary objective. Primary object they are looking for. So we are coring. At least we have intercepted some minerals. You can even see limestone. This place they have good limestone.
Okay.
They should not concentrate only on bitumen. They can go on for the limestone.
Yes, this is one of the Lakel sites.
Okay.
Where bitumen exploration is taking place.
Okay.
Here in Ikijepupa, in those states in Nigeria. Here with me is one of the senior geologists who will give me more information about the site.
So far, so good.
Thank you, sir.
We've been drilling, as you can see, in this area, and somehow, right now we are currently within a shady formation that is highly fossiliferous. It has a lot of fossils within it. You can see them within there. But at the beginning of this same layer, there were places where there were no fossils. But right now, where we are, the layer where we are has a lot of fossils in it. It's telling us we are getting closer and closer to the source rock.
Okay.
Whatever we are looking for, which in this case is bitumen, the source is not far away.
Okay.
These are the things that transform into the bituminous.
Thank you.
In this case, it's oil shale, otherwise known as tar sand, or also known as bitumen. So those three words is three in one. Depending on which part of the world you are coming from, they are all.
Yeah, we are here for bitumen mineral exploration, and as you can see, we're in Ikijepupa now, the Babu area. But we thank God that to God be the glory, we are now in 33 meters, encountering shale. So far, we're able to find out that there's some other minerals in place before you can even get to bitumen. So whoever comes here will be able to know that it's not only bitumen that you can find here alone, and there are some other minerals related to it.
Can you tell me what's going on here?
Well, we are drilling to probe for tar sand sample. So far, so good. We have drilled up to around 42 meters now, and we have encountered the tar sand since from around 27, 28 meters, and the product is very productive. As you can see, even from the mud pit here, you can see that is the bitumen that is floating on the water. Our sample has indicated that the place is a very good location for the tar sand. So this is the first location we are working, and in terms of altitude is a little bit high. But once we go to a lower altitude, we hope to intercept the tar sand formation at a shallower depth.
Okay, so that means this is a very good location.
It's a very good formation. At least you have a very thick segmentation of the tar sand, and then we even have the flow of the bitumen from the borehole, from the well bore right now. Well, the laboratory analysis will determine the quality of the bitumen, but based on what we have observed physically here, is of high quality. The bitumen is of high quality.
Okay.
And once you process it, it will be a very good product.
Okay, sir. Here with me is the site manager, Mr. Steve. So, Mr. Steve, what can you tell us about the project?
Well, from what I've seen so far, um, it's been a successful effort, and I realize that all the workers have been doing all their works diligently. So we are here in order to explore bitumen, but from beyond what we expected, we have seen even more because this land is blessed beyond man's comprehension. We have encountered limestone, tar sand, even gas. We are just focusing on the bitumen, but right now even the geologist made me to understand that if we can go more, there's possibility of we even discovering even more things that we never expected. Now we'll be calling on our geologist on this site right now. That happens to be Mr. Monday. He's coming in right now, so he will give us more details.
So far, we've been able to complete a hole successfully without any incidents whatsoever, and safety-wise, it's been very well. It's an optimal safety standard, and technically speaking, we've gone about 68.5 meters so far in the hole, and we're able to come across some bituminous layers. According to previous literatures, they made us to understand that there are 2 layers of bitumen, but what we've seen here, we've seen like 4 layers, depending on how it's being classified. Though, like from as early as 33.5, 33.65 depths, we're able to encounter bituminous sand, which is also known as tar sands. And the bitumen here is quite okay. We were able to also find viscous bitumen in layers that are intercalating with some limestone. In a nutshell, we have limestone here too, marl, we have tar sand, we have bituminous shale, and also we have high viscous bitumen. Some of them are these ones that you see here, stains on my helmet. They are actually very viscous, and it's almost looking like real coal tar. If that's the viscous bitumen. So it's okay, and those ones can easily be tapped. And at a particular point, we came across natural gas, hydrocarbons in our hand. In fact, at first we were thinking we were going to run into troubles. Luckily, the drillers are quite experienced because you don't just drill through gas anyhow. But they are quite experienced enough to avoid major crashes. So okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate it. And if I may ask, what is the next move now as we are done with this hole now?
Okay. What we basically do for now is to clean here up to be the way it was before we came in, as much as possible. Then we go to the other side, which is about between 2 and 3 kilometers from here in terms of the right to do the same drilling, because we're trying to test the spatial distribution of the mineral of interest. In this case, it's bitumen, although we have other things, and also we have seen occurrences of gas. So maybe if we even go deeper, which we'll likely do in the next week, we hope to get more layers of bitumen or even get into the gases in proper.
Oh, that is well. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And God bless. Thank you.
You can see it's already mixed with crops because it's been removed.
So that's not as it was when it came out the ground. That's mixed with crop.
Then what is this about? They said they found this here.
Highly plastic clay.
Clay.
Yes, it's highly plastic.
So does it have any?
Clays, yes, clays do have very, very significant importance, especially when it comes to the cement industry. They mix it with limestone in production.
Okay. Okay.
different.
And limestone was developed in quite huge amounts, was it?
I think
we
the
found
thickness of limestone was not what we were concentrating on, so but we had various layers. Total in thickness may not be up to 10 meters
That's all right.
Oh, yeah.
for the limestones,
10
but there are
meters is big.
various layers.
Layers of limestone.
and
In fact, there are
with,
places where the limestone are separating the bitumen from one another.
Okay.
So you have bituminous layer, you have limestone, bituminous layer.
Then the viscous.
Yes.
And as we drill more holes,
Then
we'll know more of a picture of the
this is
limestone.
the first hole you dug.
Yes.
So this is the first hole you dug, and I heard there is gas in the second hole.
There was gas.
There
here
was
too,
gas here.
but the gas we encountered it at about 60 meters below the surface.
Okay.
But there, the gas, we started finding the gas at 5 meters.
Wow.
So the gas is closer to the surface there.
Okay. What about the light oil? They said the possibility of light oil
No,
is
we
there.
have light oil there. It's not
That's in
possible.
hole 2.
Oh, it's not
We
possible.
have it there.
Light
as,
oil.
As we're drilling, the light oil is flowing within the sands. So whenever what we discovered is that whenever the water gets in touch with the sand, which is basically the sandstone, fine grain, it just washes off the oil and leaves a little bit of stain within the sand, and the oil is totally floating on the mud pit there. If you go there, the mud pit you find there is all oil.
So
But here, the mud pit here was all bitumen.
Okay, but from the samples that we were sending for analysis, they will determine that there was light oil on there.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they will.
So that's okay. So we were just concluding with first hole. We were in the second hole, and you have 8 more holes to bore. So that means if we go minimum, God bless you. So that means they can go as much as.
Can go more holes.
We decided to drill deeper,
Yeah.
depending on the holes that were drilled before.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Put another layer. This is
I
one.
noticed the nylon just swallows it up. That's the reason I was avoiding nylon. If you put it in nylon to separate it, it's very difficult.
Oh. So let us put this like this.
Yes,
like.
yes, sir.
Okay. Get a nylon. See one on the floor.
And it's real. I think this is bitumen that doesn't require processing.
That's another
Okay.
thing.
It's flowing just naturally. Just unfortunate that it's been distorted here, right? Bitumen here.
Yeah, the type of bitumen.
It's very viscous. The one we saw here, that the viscous one, you could just pump it straight into a truck and apply it as asphalt. Wherever you are, you don't need any processing.
So that means we can take the bitumen we find here and straight to market.
Yes.
That's a
Local market.
local market, yeah. So that's what we want to do. And the geological survey told me from what they sent, it's the bitumen of very low or zero sulfur. There's no sulfur bitumen.
That's perfect then. That's perfect.
Good.
That's perfect.
Okay, and the lab results will
Show more,
Yeah, show more about
more assay,
confirm that and then show
more assay, yeah. Even
Again,
if it was there, sulfur smell like
we
offensive.
weren't smelling any
Yeah.
sulfur.
Sulfur smell like egg.
Yeah.
Rotten egg.
Rotten egg,
Yeah.
yes. We weren't having such.
Yes,
We weren't
that's
having
it.
such during the drilling.
So
Well done,
no,
coordinator.
it shows